Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and today we are looking at a puzzle called Hot Summer Nights by John Cholfie, and that is very appropriate for where I am in North Shetland. And you can see that John has built in a sun into the middle of his grid. Now, this is a combination of thermo and killer, two of our most popular variants. So for the killer cages, they add up to the sum given. And for the thermos, they must increase at each step from the bulb to the end. The bulb in the sun is in the center, obviously, with lots of arms going out. So that's what we have. Do check out all the stuff going on Patreon at the moment. Do subscribe. Have a look at the Discord server. Buy the apps. You can do it. Right. Can I do it, though? So we'll see. Let's have a go at this puzzle and see how we get on. You can try it on the link below the video first, but I'm going to try it now. Let's get cracking. So, don't know why the bulbs appear a bit washed out, but never mind. Let's start with the central box. Now, where can the 1 be? I think it's clearly got to be in the middle because every other cell is bigger than the bulb of that thermometer, the bulb of any of those thermometers. So the bulb has to be the 1. I was thinking that, yes, look, that's going to give us a 2-3 in the 5 cage and a 4-5 in the 9 cage. That's nice. So now we know that 6 must be in one of these two cells because it can't be larger than the inside number. 9 must be in one of those two. I'm going to be a little careful with that pencil mark. I try and keep the corner pencil marks confined to the spaces within boxes, but not easy now. It's not telling us much about the smaller numbers. I guess these two can't be more than 7, but that's not helpful. Right, how about this 4, 5 and this 13? This is now going to have to include... Oh, yeah, is it going to have to include 2 of 1, 2, 3? It could be 1, 3, 9 or 2, 3, 8. Yeah, it can't have 2 numbers higher than 4 and 5. So it has to, I think, either be 1, 3, 9 or 2, 3, 8. Because it has to include 2 of the lower numbers and 1 higher. I think that's the only way to do it. So 3 is definitely in here somewhere. And they're from 1, 2, 3, 8, 9. So 6 and 7 must be on this side of box 2. 6 is in one of those. 6 is in one of those. So 6 must be over here in box 8. Is that telling us anything about this? 18. Ah, same sort of thing. Does it have to have the 1 in? Can't have 2 and 3. If it was 4, no, it doesn't. If it was 4, 5, 6, that would be 15. So there'd be some degrees of freedom there. So it could be 4, 5, 9. Can't have a 6 though. 5, 7. No, that would need a 6. Is that right? 4, 5, 9 and something with a 1. 1, 8, 9. I think that's right. That's quite exciting if that's true. I think it's either 4, 5, 9 or 1, 8, 9, and therefore definitely has a 9. Let me just think a little bit more. If it's got a 1, the other two are 17, must be 8 and 9. If it's all higher than 2 and 3, it could have a 4. The other two are 14. 4, 6, 8, that's not possible. 4, 5, 9, that is possible. If it's got a 5, 6, 7 is the only other way, and that's not possible. So this uses the 9, so this is not 9. What a lovely way to break into the sun shape properly. So the 9 is here. This is 6 or 7, and this is 7 or 8. This could be any of those, I think. Although one of these two has to be 6, obviously. Now, we've used the 9 and the 2 through, and we don't have sums here. Ah, yes, the 9's over there. Now, oh yeah, that 9 is stopping 9 appearing here. So this is now not 3, 1, 9, it's 3, 2, 8. That is fixed. 459. So this is a 167 triple. So now 1 can't be in here. This is not 189, it's 459. That's lovely how that all feeds back to itself and fixes it. So 8 is there. 8 must now be here in box 8 because it can't be in any of those cells, and the fact that it's there means it can't be in those. So that's 8. This is now a 6-7 pair in the middle. Those two. This is a 167 triple. 2, 3, 8. So these are 4, 5, 9. Now that's interesting because which of them is 9? Can't be that or that because 9 always has to be at the end of its thermometer. So 9 must be there. Oops, 9 is there. These two are not 9. They're a 4, 5 mix. 2, 3, 8 over this side. Now it doesn't quite work the same. We don't know that this couldn't be 8. But we do know this couldn't be 8 because these two have to keep getting bigger. So at least we know that's not 8. It's 2 or 3. That's 4 or 5. As we go out on this thermometer, there's quite a few possibilities. 3 degrees of freedom, as we might say. Right, let's have a look across the middle. Because I haven't noticed this, but this is fabulous. 15s. Both of those 15s are, one of them is 9-6 and the other is 8-7. So this isn't 8 for that reason. And now we can place 8 in the middle box. It's got to be there. This has to be, it's a bit similar to this situation where 2, 3, 4, 5 were used up. Here 6, 7, 8, 9 have been used up. So this has to be bigger. It's much easier this side now. This has to be smaller than this, so they have to be 4 and 5. That gives us the 5 in the central box. And in fact we can place 2 and 3 because they're in the thermometer order there. Then we can do 3. I was going to say we finished off the central box, but we actually haven't. We still don't know about this 6-7 pair. This can't be 5 and this can't be 6. We've reduced one of the degrees of freedom up there. Now, what about this 20? That is a big number. In fact, 20 plus 15 is 35. So those must occupy 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So 5 is definitely in there. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have highlighted those when I was doing that. There we go. 5's definitely in there, but basically these 5 are 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 3 there, we've got 1, 4, 2 up here. This is 4 numbers from 9, 7, 6, 3, which add up to 25, so we take out the 7. That's 9, 6, 3. We can put in the 7 here, 6 here. This no longer has a 6 or 9 in it. It's 5, 7, 8. Yes, that adds up to the right number. This doesn't have 7 or 8 in it. This doesn't have 6 or 9. This is 1, 2, 4, just like its counterpart over here. That's lovely the way this is all working. It's such a nice symmetrical puzzle in many ways. Where it does break symmetry slightly is in these 4 thermos, which all go up. Now that is symmetrical in one sense, but everything else has kind of been rotationally symmetrical. It's not there. That may be where we have to break through next. I'm not sure quite what we should be doing now. This can be 4, 5, 6 or 7. This can be almost anything bigger than 4. I don't see why not. We've kind of used all the killer clues. You know, we know the pairs and triples. Interesting. So there must be some useful question to ask to start to get into the corner boxes. But I don't know what it is immediately. These are so short, these thermos. That has to be at least 3. This has to be at least 4, but I don't know what that's telling me. Tricky to keep going. Sorry, I've been rocking along so far, quite happy with the progress, and now I've kind of ground to a juddering halt. That is the way it goes sometimes. How do we make progress from here? Maybe there's some sort of bizarre triple that I've achieved that without noticing it. I don't think so. We just haven't really spread our custom into these outside boxes at all. Okay, well, 9 there is ruled out of those cells. So 9 over here can now only be in one of those. It's not all that helpful, I don't think. If it wasn't possible there, that would be quite interesting down here, but I can't see, again, any reason why that helps me immediately. How do we move forward here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I see. None of, well, I don't know if I see, but none of these that are not on a bulb of a thermometer can be 1. So in this row, where can 1 be? Well, it can be here, and it can be here, and that's all. Just going to stick a corner mark in case that does help. Not convinced that it does. We haven't got an analogous situation up here. If these thermometers went the other way around, we might have. In fact, we'd have a lovely one, but they don't. So 1 could be on those. 9 could be in this row in any of those 3. That's not very useful. If 9 was in one of these cells, 9 would be here. That would definitely put 9 here. It then couldn't be in those 3 cells, so it would have to be in the outside rows of box 9, the outside columns. It's not very conclusive in any way. Not to me, anyway. I mean, the other thing, I was wondering if 9 in the top row would be impossible in some way. It would put 9 in one of these 2 cells, but that doesn't prove anything down here. These can't be 9. Is that useful? It doesn't look it. I mean, there's still all these that can be in that column, and in this column that can be. I'm just wondering, there seems a lot of pressure on this cell that I've got highlighted to be a 9. If it wasn't, no, I just don't know. 5, 6, 7, 8. Those thermos are so unrestricted from the middle, I just don't know what they're doing for me. Wow, we're going to have to find a way through this somehow. I think I must be missing some simple question that would start progress all over again, but I don't know what it is. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because of the kind of double bulb of these dumbbells, this has to be at least 3 with 1 and 2 outside it. That's the minimum it can be. Is that? It just doesn't feel all that useful. Maybe it's more useful down here. This has to be at least 3. Now, I've already established that 1 can only be in these 2 columns in row 8. What does it mean? If 1 was there, then 1 would be in one of those 2 cells, and in that cell, it's just not adding to the sum of human understanding here at all. What's going on? If this was 7 or 8, we would have a 7, 8, 9 triple, but would that be a problem? I don't think so. Wow, what am I missing here? Can almost put 3 in this column because of that 3, but in fact this could just be 3 with a 1 and 2 flanking it. So that's not a conclusion that I can draw. Is there something about the 1, 2, 4 combo there that means, all it means is this can't be 1, 2 and 4. Okay, so this has to be more than 5 by that logic, does it? No, because it could be 1, 2 and 3 there with a 4 there. So this could still be as little as 4. 5, 1, 2, 4. I just cannot see a way to take this forward. This is intriguing. I mean, the puzzle wasn't reported to me as having a huge sticking point in the middle. So this is just me being dumb. But what am I being dumb about? Something. 3, 1, 2, 4. I just don't know. I mean, I'm tempted. Okay, along this row, 9 can't be in those cells. It's not very helpful. Could easily be here or here. If it was in one of those, the 9 there would mean 9 had to be there. That would make 9 in one of these 4. And that just doesn't mean anything. Wow, what's going on, guys? What is happening here? This could be 2. I mean, if those could be restricted to 1, 2, and 3, then we'd have a triple. But why would that be the case? These can't be 1 and 2. I can see that. But this could be a 2. If that was a 1. I'm sorry, I just cannot see what we're meant to be doing here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 8. I just don't see how we're meant to be making progress at all. There might be a reason this can't be a 9. Then we could do a few things. But what is that reason? Why couldn't that be anything smaller than a 9? If that was a 9, we'd have 9 in one of these 4. There's a knight's move restriction, isn't there? The world's stupidest man realizes there's a knight's move restriction, and that's what the problem is. Right, let's crack on, as though we hadn't wasted hours. Get rid of the 9 from there, which is not possible. Now, 9 can't be there. This had better help immediately, otherwise I'm going to get very upset. This can't be 8. 8 can't be there. That's not all that helpful. 7 can't be there. This can't be 6. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. This can't be 1. Oh, knight's move. I hate you sometimes. Right. Why? Okay, this hasn't actually blown it wide open, which could be because I'm forgetting things, but that can't be 4. This can't be 1. 5, 7, 8. This can't be 2, and this can't be 1. Right. 1 is in one of those 2 cells now. Oh, it can't be there as well. So now 1's in one of those 2. It's also in one of those 2. Now, what's that telling me? It's telling me nothing useful here, that 1 can't be there or there. That's not all that helpful. Nine can't be here. So 9 is in one of those 2. So this can't be 9. That almost feels more helpful, but not quite. That can't be 6. This can't be 7. This can't be 8. So 8's restricted to there, so this can't be 8. These are all getting much more constrained on the end of this thermo, but not quite enough to determine them. 9 can still be in any of those. No, it can't, and that's key. 9 is restricted to these 2 cells in box 6, and they both see these 2 by knight's move. So where can 9 go in row 2? It's got to be here. Talk about an idiot. Anyway, right, that's putting 9 here in column 3. That is fixing 9 there by Sudoku. 9 is in one of those 2, and I don't know which one yet. One of those 2, one of those 3. Now the key thing up here is that this is not 9 anymore, so this thermo end is complete with a 6. That puts 6 there, 3, 9. How did 6 put 6 there? Because that 6 sees both those cells. That 3 sees that. This 9, yes, that resolves 9 there, and all the 9s are suddenly done. Let's get rid of all the other pencil mark 9s that are now doing nothing. There we go. None of those 9s in thermos are never particularly helpful because they're always on the ends of thermos, so they don't actually tell you much more. Right, this one, 6, 7, 9, 3, 5. Could be 1, 2, or 4. Can't be 8 because that would need a 9 here. This, could it be 7? Yeah, it could. That's annoying. So there's something like 9s I can do the same sort of trick to. Maybe 1s. I know I looked at those earlier. 1s are restricted here, but not actually very helpfully. So maybe I have to look at 8s. Right, those 8s possibilities mean that 8 can't be in either of those cells. So 8 in this box is restricted to those, as it is there. So 8 in row 3 can't be here because of the thermo, so it must be in one of those. Neither's ruled out by this 8. 8's also restricted to a pair there. Oh, this isn't 8 now, so that's not 7 on the thermo. So we've got 4, 5 pair here. 8, 9. Not that helpful, but quite intriguing. Should probably be helpful later. 8 there would put 8 here, would put 8 here. In fact, that 8... that's quite interesting. That 8 rules out those 2 cells. The 2 8 possibilities there both rule out that one. So 8 in the bottom box, and box 7 is in one of those 2, and 8 in column 3 must now be here. How intriguing. Okay. So there we go. That gets an 8 in. Can this be 8? Yes. Bother. That can't be, but that can be. Oh, that's quite interesting, because where can 8 be in column 8? There's only one cell left. It's got to be here. All right, it's an interesting puzzle, this. I'm sorry I've made such a mess of the earlier part. One of these is 7, which is quite interesting because you almost can't have a 7 there, but you just can, because then that can be 8. 1, 2, 4. So this is more than 1. Nah, it's not. It's not 7 now though. It's 2, 4, or 8. No, that's not very helpful. This can't be 9, 8, or 7. So it's 6, 5, 4, or 3. Actually, it's not 4 because all those positions, which include all the possible 4s, see that cell. If it was 3, that would be very helpful because that would place 1 and 2. Oh, if it was 3, that would place 1 and 2 here, which would stop that being a 1 and make it a 6. On the other hand, if this is 6, that makes that a 1. Ah, no, this can't be 6 because all those 3 positions see it. So it's not a 6 either. 3 or 5. So these have to be from 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ooh, we've got 4 of the positions from 1, 2, 3, and 4 there. Let's have a look at this. 9, 7, 6, 8 in the column. So this can only be 5, 4, or 3 now. This is more than that. These are less, so they're 1, 2, 3, or 4. Anything ruled out from here? 5's ruled out from there by the knight's move. So where does 5 go in this column? It goes here. Wow. So that fixes the 4, 5 pairs, not just one pair. That 4 fixes 2 there. That's quite nice. 8, 2, 3, 4, 9. That can't be 5. That can't be 5 by knight's move from there. And the 5 positions there see both of those cells. So the 5 in column 3 is here. 1, 6, 6, 7. That could be any of them. Now, whatever that is, in fact, look, 7 is restricted to those 2 cells, and they both see that one, so it can't be 7, it's a 6. So that fixes the whole of the column. That 7 puts 7 here, and that fixes 8. This is now not 7, obviously. 3, 5, 9, 7... 1, 2, or 4, again, the only place for 8 in this column has now become here. Yes, which was doable very easily the other way by saying that that 8 ruled out those 2. Now that 8 puts 8 here. Oh, still got that 2, 3 pair. That 1 has sorted out the 6 here, so that does the whole triple. These can't be 1 anymore, and that's quite interesting because now this can't be 3 because it couldn't have 2 smaller numbers flanking it, so it's a 5. That fixes this. We can finish off this row. 4 up here. We've got a 1, 5 pair here. Thank you, knight's move. I'm suddenly liking the knight's move again now. Oh, that's a 1, 2, and 6 there. So these can't be 2, and they can't be 1. That's a 3, 4 pair. In fact, we know which way round because of that 4. Right. 1 there. That puts 1 here. This can't be 7 because of that 7, so it's 6, 7. That 6 has sorted out the 6, 2 pair. That 2 sorts out the 3, 2 pair. 3 and 6 here. 5 and 8 down here, yes. 1 and 2 here, don't know which way round yet. Probably some knight's move is going to come to the rescue. Ooh, 7 in the top box, in the first box has to be there. Okay, that sorts out the 8, 7 pair. This can still be 2, 3, or 4. Actually, it can't be 2 because of that 2 giving it a knight's move. So 2's in one of these, so that's not 2. That fixes the 1, 4 pair. This is now a 4. Actually, it was before. So we're left with a deadly pattern of 3, 2. So one of them must get picked up by a knight's move. There, 3, looking at that. Perfect. I mean, it's a great puzzle. It's a great shame I'm a great idiot. who forgot the knight's move restraint and was just working on it as a thermo killer. Probably didn't even tell you the knight's move restraint at the beginning. That's a disaster. Sorry about that. Anyway, that's my solve of this puzzle. I will put a bubble on the beginning to announce the knight's move constraint, if indeed, as I suspect, I didn't tell you about the knight's move constraint, despite telling you the title of the puzzle. So thank you very much for watching, and see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.